But look at look at what they did with the. That was all the gentrification they did over there by Brooklyn. But did you hear what happened with Russ?
Yeah, that's Fort Greene over there.
That's in Brooklyn is Williamsburg and downtown. Everything else is still hood. When you go down the street to Bed-Stuy, if Bed-Stuy is not downtown, Bed-Stuy is 15 minutes away from downtown, they're okay. Like, you'll see, like, Jewish people and stuff like that, like, once in a blue moon, but you ain't gonna see it like that. That's why I'm like, not sell them a dream. They trying to sell you a fake dream, so the bottom houses are over there and all that. That's why it's like, what happened, like, in the last 2 months? 1,000 shootings happened in Brooklyn in the last 2 months. 1,000. Damn. So I'm like, what is these white people talking about? Like, it ain't gentrified like that. And then, like, last night, I think they showed on the news simultaneously throughout all 5 boroughs, there was shootings going down everywhere. And I think it was like 3 days ago.
Man.
And even in the white places, because of cops and, I don't know, mental breakdowns, like people just randomly shooting. It was crazy. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, even in that peace parade, too.
Like, right after the game.
See, that's why I say my ass was right in Florida.
Hey, did y'all hear what happened with Russ? Did y'all hear what Russ said?
Yeah, Florida, all that Daniel Brown.
Yeah, Russ was talking about like why he played poorly. So Russell was talking about the fact that people forgot that he had COVID. He had COVID-19. So when he had, I was like, oh. So when he had COVID-19, yeah, so he had COVID and it knocked out. He lost a lot of his conditioning, all the stuff he was conditioning and everything else. It knocked all that out. He couldn't. He was after. It took him about 3 weeks.
Isaiah Thomas game 6 broke his goddamn ankle.
Y'all comparing that to COVID. Like, man, you can get up. Shake that COVID off. Take some green tea.
Russell Westbrook, he looked terrible, man. Like, he didn't look like himself. I mean, I don't know. His shooting was terrible, man. But no, he wasn't finishing in the basket.
Yeah, he was saying his conditioning wasn't there.
He wasn't even doing that.
Yeah, he said his conditioning wasn't there. He was trying to get back too quick because he got injured while he was coming back. He injured his remember he injured his leg. I think it was his quad muscle. Yeah, because he had lost a lot of muscle. He lost a lot of muscle when he got COVID. It took a toll on him, so his conditioning was hit. So when he got back, he's trying to rush to get back. So he's, pushing it in training. And he ended up injuring his quad, so he couldn't even play in the first round. This is the first time he's played ball. And he's like, man, this is the first time I played ball. And I feel like myself a little bit, but I'm not, I'm not myself. And that's why he said that when the comment he made, like, I'm just running around out there. Yeah, I mean, but he wasn't finishing at the rim.
They would have lost, but they would have at least won two or one more game.
They would have went the
I would say that.
I don't know about.
He lost some explosiveness. He wasn't
finishing around.
And he lost some confidence. He lost confidence in his game.
I'm like, whoa.
He didn't trust himself. Now, I know he do this every year. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, he ain't had COVID last year, and he did basically the same thing. But he was Russ. But he lost as Russ. You saw him, he still had some explosion. Here, he was like tentative to even shoot. They left him wide open all the time. They was like, leave him open. We're going to double James, leave Russ wide open. And they just let...
I will say this about Russell Westbrook. That during the season, he did improve on a lot of things during the season. He was making better mid-range shots in the regular season.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So I give him a little bit. I give him a little bit of, I give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt. I give him a little benefit of the doubt for how poorly he played.
I don't really care for Russ, but I'm just
right. I've never seen Russ play that poorly for like 4 straight games. I never seen that, like 4 in a row. He was really struggling that bad. I've never really seen that.
This look like Russell Westbrook if he gets older, man.
Right. I mean, you could tell he wasn't himself.
Right there.
I respect all of y'all. Carcino, I respect Carcino.
Nah, when he butter it up like this,
Fuck that.
Hey, yo, I'm kind of with Steve, man. I'm like, Russ been in the league for like 10 years now. I think he is what he is at this point, man. I think he is what he is, man.
Brick shooter. He's not gonna.
He is a brick shooter, but you gotta, if you watch his game, you realize, and you saw him in the playoffs, that wasn't Russ. You know, even right, he ain't gonna age that much overnight. You know, he had some speed and everything, but he was off. You know, like his time, even finishing at the rim, he was off. So you can tell when you ain't got your rhythm back. Yeah. So he was not. It wasn't clicking.
Come on, man.
Even in the OKC series, I was like, what the hell was this? I said, this is not Russell Westbrook. I know that.
Russ didn't play in OKC.
No, he did play the third and the fourth.
Did he? Did he play what? The third game?
Yeah, because James Softon showed up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Softon showed up and Russ had to bail him out.
So he had to rush and come back with the injury.
Yep, you're right.
But that's not an excuse though in the playoffs. But you gotta play.
I gave him Bell. I shot Russ Bell, but you still get bro. Like,
I'll ask you a question. Why is James Harden sitting there smiling and pictures and stuff like that when he just got back from the boat?
Because I told they don't care. They don't care. I'm like, James Harden is okay with losing. Believe me, he's okay with losing. He doesn't care. Like, he'd rather deal with the money than the doggone winning the championship. And there's a lot of players in the league that's like that. If they win, great. We lose, hey, we tried.
You could for the money.
If I could give James Harden talent to Russell Westbrook, that would be a hell of a play.
Right. So you want that type of instinct.
James Harden has the skill and Westbrook has the heart.
Yep.
Harden has the heart. Westbrook don't have it. If Westbrook had Harden's all of that, Houston would be in the championship. Seriously.
Right. You want your player to have that dog in him. You want him to have that guy who they could do speed chess. Some people have it. And those are the elite players. They had an elite status. And that's where, to me, that's why Jason Tatum, I think that's the only thing Jason Tatum is missing. He need to be a dog at certain times. And he'll have a great game where he's scoring some points, but you got to be a dog at times. You got to go get it.
That's a learning curve right there. Thing that Kyrie brought out of him. When Kyrie was pushing him like, you ain't the man, I'm the man, he wanted to prove that. And that's what's missing. You see why Kyrie was needed. And now I keep trying to tell Boston fans that this is why Kyrie was needed. Yeah. Because Kemba cannot bring that out in. Kemba's passive aggressive. Even though Kemba's a better
to me, I think Kemba's a better fit than Kyrie. He's a much better fit because Kyrie is not going to sell, he's kind of uncoachable at times. Like, he going to do it his way no matter what, and he do a lot of one-on-one, and that's not what they need. They need a facilitator at times. And Kemba's a guy who's going to pass the ball and move the ball around.
Especially Kyrie, because Kyrie one of them years day one. KD did too. They fit in the system of New York basketball. Not the Knicks, but the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets knows what they're doing. They got Steve Nash as the coach. We're going to see what Steve Nash is going to do.
Right.
So this was a must-win for Giannis Antetokounmpo this year. It messed up.
On the team,
because now he got to deal with KD in the Eastern Conference.
He's gone.
Yeah, he has to deal with KD in the Eastern Conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true.
And that's gonna do it.
I better see Giannis.
But where is Giannis gonna go?
And now he got the Heat. Oh my God.
Oh my, yeah, that's why I keep telling people Miami is just gonna get better.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that Giannis.
This is their first year together too. That's scary.
Yeah, and they talking about the Houston might get a center now. There's like they're gonna get a new coach and they're gonna get out of the small ball and they're gonna get back to playing with a center.
Houston goes.
Get James Harden off the.
What did Kobe Bryant say? Kobe Bryant said about James Harden's style of play. He said that is not gonna. It's gonna win you games, but it's not gonna win you a championship. You would never win a championship like that.
Now
Nope.
with the
all the
last thing he said on the court.
Yeah, with Tracy McGrady, right? With him and Tracy McGrady and doing the interview on ESPN, he was mentioning that. He said that because the ball is not moving, it's easier for the defender just to stand there. And
and it's easy to defend that. The ball staying stagnant.
Easy to defend.
Houston will always have.
See, that's why the Warriors is more effective
in the finals.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why the Warriors is so effective because you got Stephen Curry running around and he's getting open to get that open jump shot.
If Westbrook changes his game, I think Houston will be fine. He just needs to learn to change his game.
Speaking of
I can't lie. The Portland Trailblazers, they do the same thing too.
Speaking of the Warriors, do you guys think the Warriors will win at least one more title before Curry retires, or they done?
No, they'll win one more.
They're gonna win 2 more before he retires.
He said 2 more. Oh, don't forget, Steph Curry still their baby now. Don't get. That's still their media baby.
They're not getting rid of Steph.
No, Steph is good with his ratings, dog. Steph ratings are high. With Steph and the Golden State Warriors, that's why LeBron and they always would put them together because they numbers were through the roof. Because everybody loves Steph. You know, all the little kids, they watch Steph. They want to shoot like Steph. They want to,
They still shooting.
Right. I'm like, everybody sees Steph. Steph is...
The reason why I asked that question is because, okay, the league put the Warriors with the green eyes. The thing about it is, right, the league wanted the Lakers and the Clippers to play this year due to ratings. So the league can put the Warriors in a position to do it, but will Stephen Curry show up?
Steph has been showing up.
He's gonna show up, but he's gotta stay healthy. He gotta stay healthy.
Well, that's the game of basketball is staying healthy. But yeah, Steph has showed up.
See, that's the problem with Stephen Curry is just to stay healthy. That's where KD came into play. KD will fill in for Stephen Curry if he did get injured or anything.
Because the thing is, the reason why I asked that question is because I felt like the Warriors. Because I look at it like this. Like you said, the league is built on ratings. So because the Lakers gonna win the title, I mean, it's pretty obvious. So after the Lakers win the title this year, it's like that.
But
I wasn't done. So after the Lakers, the league gonna give LeBron a title before he retires anyway. So I look at it like this: KD 32, Steph 32, Kawhi and them getting up in age. So the league got to determine, okay, who are we going to allow to win before these guys get too old? That's why I asked about the Warriors. It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, but they got about another 5 years of Steph. So you got about 5 years for Steph before he retires.
Yeah.
Steph is 30, and at his position, guys are coming in the game much younger and much faster. So Steph gonna be playing against a bunch of 19, 20-year-olds, and he 30. And at that position, he at the point guard position. So he gonna be guarding these super quick guys, and at that position he can't just hide, So they're gonna have like Steph. You got to get on him. So he got about 5 more years, that he gonna play and still be efficient.
That's why they should have made it work with KD. They should have definitely made it work with KD.
You can't. That was gonna be too toxic because him and Draymond was gonna fall out, and they had already fell out before any of this stuff happened anyway. Draymond could have went. Like he said, Draymond was like, what'd he say? Man, if it was between me and Kevin Durant, look, I know which one they gonna keep. What they gonna do with the draft pick? I think they might use that, leverage one of them to get a veteran on the team. I think, they looking to leverage one of the picks to get and then they gonna take Ball and they gonna get him on the team.
Oh hell, which ball?
Yeah,
they gonna give
which one? No, they ain't gonna take Jello. I think
Definitely not Lonzo.
no, they gonna take the youngest Ball, the LaMelo.
LaMelo.
Yeah, LaMelo Ball. They gonna draft him.
How does that work with Steph Curry wiggling the Klay Thompson and LaMelo? Because I know one of the offers going to New York.
What position is LaMelo gonna play?
Point.
He gonna be the point, and he gonna be hitting Steph with passes. They gonna have him hitting Steph with passes on the curve. Have him come off the bench.
Hold on. So is Klay playing the small forward?
Clay, they ain't gonna be out there on the same time unless they do a 3-guard rotation. He a rookie. He not gonna really just come in and start starting. Yeah, they gonna develop him. Right, they gonna develop him, into trying to be a point guard shooter like Steph, because they figure his game more shadows Steph more than D. Russ. They got him in there, and D'Angelo Russell just would not play defense, and he was like, he was not gonna. He want to shoot the ball. That's it.
I strongly believe it's going to be a D'Angelo Russell situation again.
So I think LaMelo wants to go in there. He wants to learn from them. Like, dog, you got a chance to learn from Klay and Steph. They're probably the best backcourt since Joe Dumars and Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
So why?
And LaMelo don't F with his dad. He don't.
His dad put that thing out there. I saw it in the report. He said his dad shut the hell up or something. He told him, no, we'll talk.
Right, because he messing up the money. I'm like, dude, you gonna mess up the church's money. Shut up.
Right. Yeah, he was like, Dad, chill out.
Right, like it's already fixed. I'm going to go to state.
Lonzo would just like let him say anything.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's accidental success. The Golden State Warriors was never chosen.
LaMelo is definitely like his dad. Lonzo was like his mom.
Right, but here's the thing though. The Golden State Warriors is accidental success for the league. They needed it. They needed Golden State so bad. They were losing so much money because they kept putting LeBron in the finals, but they didn't have nobody of interest that people really cared about.
We're gonna put him on the finals this year.
Right. It was nobody of interest. It's like no rivalry for him. So it was like, man, we putting LeBron in the finals, but man, we really don't have nothing. And sure enough, Golden State came out of nowhere because they was great. And Steph was hitting all these threes and all these circus shots. And because of social media and the kids trending and sharing all the things on IG, Steph's popularity went through the roof. And the first year they went to that final, that playoffs, they was like, man, before the playoffs even started, everybody, go to state. They finna do it. Then you got Klay Thompson coming in hitting all these threes. It was like they were on the cusp of being a great team, but you never saw them being a champion. But you saw like they got potential, man. They can do some damage in the playoffs.
Yeah, I said that like in 2013. I said it's either gonna be these Golden State Warriors or these Clippers. I'm like, one of them is gonna be like the team.
I feel like
so they had their rivalry for LeBron. They was like, oh, this is great. We got somebody to rival LeBron. And his popularity is through the roof. But when LeBron plays Steph, he's not the good guy. He's the villain. See, y'all, they never understood that. Right, right, exactly. Anti-hero. That's why they always would make sure he's wearing black when he going in there. And Steph wears the colorful colors, and LeBron is like in all black, like the villain trying to stop the little innocent Steph Curry. And everybody, oh, look at little Steph. You gotta like Steph.
I think it's more like how you view it.
Of course, that's how they sell it to you. When they show the commercials and everything, they show Steph in a bright light. Steph is in a bright light. It's all glorious. And LeBron, they show him more like he King Kong.
We gonna get on
Hold up. Look what the Eagles said, man.
But what they say,
I can't read that.
They start a petition to bench bum ass Carson Wentz and start jailing.
I know. I mean, hey, I tried to tell them they wasted their money when they paid Carson Wentz that money. I said they was crazy. This man,
way too quick.
yeah, I'm like, they all got Nick Foles out of town, and he was winning games. The team wanted Nick Foles. The team, whenever the team wanted something, and y'all don't do what the team wanted, then y'all got this guy who can't get Jeffries the ball. Jeffries like, man, I was getting the ball with Foles.
All the money and all the
boy, they gonna be mad at me.
Hey, y'all, look, we finna get on the Eagles. They blew a 17-point lead to the Washington.
Yeah, to the Redskins.
Oh, my bad, the football team.
Yeah, well, they ain't the Skins no more. Now they the Washington football team. And you lose to the Washington football team. I'm like, what in the world is this? That's a division game. A division game.
The announcers were shocked. It was like the Washington football team won.
Man, that's what I'm saying. The fix was in last night. Nobody was winning. Everybody's sheets was messed up. I mean, the 49ers lost to Arizona. I'm like, what is happening here?
I called that too. Arizona winning that.
Man, I had every pick in there. I had every pick wrong. I had Tampa Bay. Man, it was terrible. But everybody's pick was messed up.
I told you Tampa Bay wasn't coming out of that with a win.
Somebody had the Giants beating the doggone Steelers. And I'm like, man, y'all was crazy.
That's what's true. Man, Roethlisberger done, dog. He done. He looked terrible.
Yeah, he did. I don't know why they hyping him up. I'm like, he was throwing ducks.
And that running back saved his ass.
Yeah. Oh, his arm is a noodle now. The ball came out like a duck. They were like, look at this great pass by Roethlisberger on the numbers. I'm like, he threw a duck. He looking like Peyton Manning in the last season.
It was the ball was wild. I've been settled down a little bit after that, but he did look like he ain't played football in a minute though.
Yeah.
But I think Ben's pretty done. I think Ben's pretty done in my opinion too. I
had to keep rewinding the TV to make sure it wasn't in slow motion.
I know. I'm like, man, I could read the football. I'm like, I could read the football the way he threw it.
He was terrible.
He looking like Peyton Manning that last season when the defense had to carry him. Von Miller them had to carry him on to the Super Bowl. I'm still mad over that Super Bowl. Cam should have a ring.
They don't play the Titans because Jadaine Clown is coming. Okay, he coming.
Remember the Titans, baby. Touchdown, Tannehill.
Yep, Tannehill made his touchdowns. He saved me in my other fantasy league.
Yeah, he saved me last year. I got to the finals.
They should have got away from
the Broncos they're not a bad team. They gonna be the second best team in the AFC West division. They gonna go 10-6.
Nah, they ain't win.
The Broncos. They won the 10 games. Oh no, they not.
They not. They might get 8. They might get 9.
They got a good defense, and that quarterback, he poised. He came in there and made some throws.
I'm not impressed with Mizzou. I'm watching the Mizzou. I'm not impressed with.
He just needs some experience.
He still got work with his.
They just need reps.
Right.
Yep.
He wasn't bad, dog.